Hey guys, if you're an aspiring cake decorator or you just want to make a really fire birthday cake this year, or you just love eating buttercream as it is, I'm going to show you today how to make the best buttercream in my opinion. This is my famous buttercream recipe and I've had such good feedback from people eating this buttercream, and I think it's the perfect consistency for icing cupcakes, for icing cakes, literally for everything. And I'm going to show you how to make it step by step. I'm going to break it all down for you. So first I'm going to show you how to make my buttercream recipe. Then I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite piping techniques to do on top of cupcakes that are so easy and that I believe anyone could do. So let's make buttercream together. Let's go! Okay, welcome to my kitchen. Let's get started. Now this recipe makes about 24 cupcakes worth of icing, if that makes sense, or 1 small cake. Firstly, we're going to start with some butter. Now I use salted butter, and that's a little bit controversial in the cooking world because I feel like a lot of chefs use unsalted butter because then you can control the level of salt in your buttercream, but I prefer just to use salted butter. That's just me. Feel free to use whatever one you want, but if you use unsalted butter, add salt. So we're going to cut off 240 grams of salted butter. Now ideally you want to use softened butter, but if you're like me and you always forget to take your butter out of the fridge in time for you to make a recipe, I just cut it up into small cubes. I'll show you. Just cut it up into small cubes just like this and pop it in the microwave for 15 seconds max. Otherwise it's going to melt and you don't want melted butter to make buttercream. So I'm going to heat this up in the microwave for 15 seconds. To make buttercream and actually all my baking, I use my KitchenAid. This is my baby. This is the Artisan KitchenAid. Oh, I love her. So we're going to use that, and I'm going to use the larger bowl just because I think for buttercream it works the best, so I'm using this one. And then I'm also using a paddle attachment for this recipe. So I'm popping the bowl on. Let's pop our beater on. Then I'm just going to pop the butter in there as well. I'm going to put this on medium speed for about 10 seconds and then speed it up to speed 8. And speed it up. Now I'm going to mix it up for 5 minutes, but about halfway through I'm going to stop the mixer and I'm going to scrape down the sides and keep mixing it. Once it gets to 5 minutes, it should be really nice and pale, and that's what you want. Okay, this is what you want your buttercream to look like when it's ready. It should be really nice and pale in color. I think that's where people go wrong when people make American buttercream, and that's why a lot of people say they don't like American buttercream, is because it's just kind of grainy and just like too thick, I think. But have a look at this. This is literally perfect. It's like whipped butter. Okay, now it's time for the best part, sugar. Now I use icing sugar, but I use soft icing sugar mixture. You can get this at Woolies, Coles, Aldi, any grocery shop for that matter. But yeah, I'm using this one. I think it's from Coles. It's just soft icing sugar mixture. Now I think the mixture has a little bit of corn flour in it. That's why I like to use it. I just think it's softer, because if you get pure icing sugar, it's just very coarse and I just don't love it. Some chefs prefer to use it and that's fine, but I like to use this one. I measure everything out on these scales, so I just put them down, put it on 0, then I'm going to measure out 600 grams of icing sugar. Perfect. Here's my setup. I feel like you can see it better now. Okay, now I put in a little bit of milk to help it mix. I'm going to put in 60 grams, so it kind of works out that if you're putting, say, 600 grams of icing sugar, you put 60 grams of milk. If you're putting 400 grams of icing sugar, you put 40 grams of milk. That's how the ratios kind of work out for me. So I'm going to put in 60 grams. And you can use actually any milk, kind of works. I would say whole milk works the best, but I've used soy milk before and it works really well. Okay, next, this is a very important step, but you're going to add some vanilla essence. This is organic vanilla extract. I love this stuff. You can also add vanilla bean paste, but you will see the little specks of bean in it, so I like to use this one. I just literally eyeball it every time, sorry to say. You can put like a teaspoon in if you want to measure it, but I literally just do this. I also forgot to say you can double this recipe at any time, or you can half it. It's literally so flexible. I actually have it written out in like 2 times the recipe, 3 times the recipe, 2.5 times the recipe, and yeah, it works every single time. So that is what it should look like now. Now we head back over to our mixer. Now I'm just going to start it really low just so it all mixes in, because if you put it straight on a high speed, this icing sugar is going to go everywhere. Trust me, I've done it many times before. So we're just going to let it go like this, and then let me show you inside the bowl. Once it starts to clump up like this, you're going to ramp it up all the way to speed 10. Okay, let that mix up for about 5 minutes again, I would say. You want to mix it up for a long time so that the sugar mixes in. So I'm going to mix it for 5 minutes, but halfway through I'll scrape down the sides as well to get all the sugar mixed in. Okay, the buttercream's been mixing for about 5 minutes now, and this is what it looks like. Oh my gosh. It is so soft and nice, and also pale in color. Those are the things you want to look out for, and that's how you know your buttercream is ready. So this is the consistency you want, like this. Look at that. Anyway, that's how you make the most delicious buttercream in my opinion. But now I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite icing techniques on some cupcakes. So let's do that. Okay, I've prepped some cupcakes right here, and I'm gonna show you some piping. But first, let me show you how to put a piping tip into a piping bag. It seems really simple, but I learned this when I first started cooking, and it actually really helped me because I used to struggle with this. Anyway, you're gonna open up the bag. I'm just using these loyal ones, and then this is my favorite tip. This is what we're gonna use for the very first design. It's the Wilton 1M piping tip. It's so good. It literally, you cannot go wrong with this piping tip. I'm so passionate about it. Okay, you're gonna put the piping tip in the bag just like this, and you're going to push it down until you feel kind of resistance, until it looks like this. And then what you do is grab scissors and literally run them around the tip like this. And then all you have to do is pull off the top of the bag, and then you're locked and loaded with your piping tip in there. Now I'm also prepping a piping bag with this tip here, which is a coupler, and this tip allows you to change the piping tip of the bag like to all different types, which is actually so helpful. So I'm gonna pop one of those in. Same deal, you just put it in like this, then run your scissors just around the top there and pull the top off. Ready? Let's do it. Done. Now to fill up the piping bag, I use a little cup technique. So I get this cup. This is my favorite cup to use. I don't know. It's a Toy Story one. But I put the bag in like this, and then push it down like that, and then you can just fill the cup. It makes it so easy, especially if you're just by yourself in the kitchen. I don't know, it just makes it really easy, and you just scoop the icing into there, like so. Pull it out, and then scrape it down until it almost comes out of the bag. Oh, it did come out, but that's okay. Okay, the first piping technique we're gonna do is a rosette. So you're gonna use, again, the Wilton 1M tip, my favorite tip. And then let me change the POV and show you how to do it. All right, so grab your cupcakes, then your piping bag. You're gonna start at like a straight angle to the cupcake. You're going to start by just pressing slightly out a star, like this. Then you're gonna lift it up, and you're gonna trace around the star like this. And flick off. You can go as many, like you can go all the way around and cover the whole cupcake, but that is how it should look. Let me do one more to show you again. So you're going to press the star, lift it up, and go all the way around and trace around the star. The way I'm holding the bag is I twist it like this, and I push it down so the pressure's coming right from here, and then I can use my finger to guide the piping bag around as well. So that's how you do a rosette. Okay, the next technique I'm gonna teach you is with this tip right here. It is another star tip, but it's smaller. This is the Wilton 21 piping tip. So I'm gonna put that on. You just put it like this on top of the coupler, and then you just screw this on top, like that. Let's fill this bag up. Perfect. So I'm gonna show you how to do a rosette with this smaller tip as well, and then a few like squiggly things, which are really fun to do. Okay, ready? So we're gonna do a rosette first with this. So same thing, you just push down like this, lift up, and then trace around. These are so fun to do, and they look so good on cupcakes. You can even do them next to these. So I'm going to show you how I would fill this one in. You can do stars like this, boop, boop, and then another rosette like that. Another star. Look how effective does that look? Another thing I like to do is a little squiggle. So same thing, squish right here, lift up, and just go like this. I feel like it looks so effective, and of course I'd probably end up filling in this whole cupcake by just doing some stars like that. Boom, boom. Cute. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more piping technique. I love this one as well, but this is the Wilton 8B tip, and basically it just gives a huge dollop of icing on a cupcake. So let me show you. All right, this is the piping tip. It is so cool. It's like one of the biggest piping tips I have. So you're gonna hold it just above the cupcake. You're going to press down. This one's so easy. And then once it gets to the size of the cupcake, you just boop, stop squeezing and lift up. And then you should get that effect, which I think is so cool. You can even like shove a biscuit on the side. Like say if you're doing Biscoff cupcakes or something, just put a Biscoff biscuit on the side. Anyway, that is my third favorite piping tip. Okay, here's the final look on the cupcakes all decorated. Yay. Okay guys, that is how to make my buttercream. I love this buttercream so much, it's so versatile, and I hope you learned something today. Let me know if you have any questions on how to ice cupcakes or anything about the buttercream, because I'm happy to help with any tips. If you're interested, I might do a video next on how to crumb coat a cake and how to ice a cake smooth with buttercream, with this specific buttercream, and make it a little series. So let me know if you're interested about that. Good luck on your cake decorating journey. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see more videos like this one. Have the best day, guys. Bye.